Hi guys, long time no see. It's Annette here. I have a Goodwill haul for you guys today. This was actually two separate trips to my local Goodwill. They were only a few days apart. I actually hadn't put away or washed anything from the first haul, and then I went again yesterday, which was Memorial Day, because they had a pretty decent sale going on. So I just wanted to show you what I got. I will let you know there's a couple of things missing. I got a set of plates, like salad type plates for my mom that had lighthouses on them. She collects lighthouses and loves lighthouses, so I picked those up for her. They were one of the 40% off tags, so they ended up being $1.79 for 4 plates, which is a great price. And then I got another little pair of shoes, which you'll see right there. I got some little shoes for my niece. But I did get her another pair of shoes. They were Skechers. I can't remember what they were called. They're totally like glittered and blinged out. Like the toe has rhinestones all over it. I think they're adorable. My brother will probably hate them, but that's okay. She can wear them when she's with her auntie. And those were only marked at $2.99, which is so awesome, especially once I tell you how much I paid for those Toms right there. But the Skechers were $2.99 and 40% off, so they only ended up being $1.79. We do have a few shoes for her in her little wardrobe at my mom's house. We keep a whole separate wardrobe for her at my mom's house with clothes and she has her own toys. She has a pack and play with a mattress. Like, she's all set up. So my brother and sister-in-law really don't have to send anything when they send her to us, which we like. And I love getting stuff for her, so it's fine with me. So I guess I'll start with her stuff back there because I've been talking about it. Oops. So these little pair of Toms, they're size 5. She's just a tiny little thing, even though she's 2.5. Her size 4s are getting tight, so we need to go up a size. As you can see in there, they were $6.99 on the day that I got them, and that is what I did pay. They are in pretty good condition. They need a little wash, obviously, but the soles aren't real worn, and Toms are real quality shoes. I looked online, and for Tom's toddler shoes, brand new, they're about $35. So $6.99 is a good price. If she grows out of them quickly and doesn't wear them out too much, I can wash them up and actually probably resell them again. So not too disappointed in spending that price. Still thought it was a little much for the thrift store, though. The other thing I got her were these little pair of Roxy black flip-flops. You really can't go wrong with some black flip-flops. And I believe they were $1.99. So yeah, I don't mind paying that at all. And I did look those up online, and the cheapest I could find, the Roxy flip-flops, were around $10 for that style. So $1.99, not bad at all. Then another little thing I got her was this little outfit. They were selling the pieces separately, but they happened to actually both be there, which I thought was awesome. So just a little tank top and shorts. She's in about an 18-month clothes now. She wears between 12 and 18 months. Even though she's 2.5, I know she's super tiny. I've talked about it before. She had open heart surgery when she was only 6 days old. But she's rather healthy. She runs around and plays and is learning and is doing great. She's just teeny. So, that is a little 12-month summer outfit for her. It's like little legging style shorts, which is perfect for her. She has a tiny, tiny little waist, and so any like jean type stuff tends to fall down. So the legging material is great, and then she just has a really small frame, so the tank top will be perfect. If you get tank tops that are too big for her, they tend to like fall off her shoulders. So I thought that was really cute little outfit, and I think each piece was the same price. Gosh, if I can show it to you guys. Oh, I had it right the first time. $1.99. I know the shorts were like 30% off, so I think they ended up being like, I don't know, $1.39 or something like that. And then the top, I believe, was also $1.99, yes, and I paid the full price for the top, which for a little Carter's outfit is super cheap. It seems like it's in really good condition, so I'm more than happy to spend that on that little outfit. Sorry about the out of focus, guys. Then the other clothing item, I'm not going to open them all the way up. They're just Lane Bryant capri leggings. The Lane Bryant capris are super thick, good quality, and I think they were $5.99, maybe? Yeah, right there. I don't know if it'll focus. It doesn't seem to want to. There we go, $5.99. So, and those were full price. They were not on the 40% off day. I got those on the first day as well. So I got the capri pants, the little outfit, and the shoes all on the same day. And then I also got the cast iron wok that is underneath this pan here. I'll move that for a second. I got this cast iron wok. It does need to be cleaned up a bit and re-seasoned. I'm fine with that. It was, let's see there, $6.99. I did pay full price for it. Really, actually a very good price for cast iron. This one is made in China. I've done a little bit of research on that. I'm not too concerned about it. You obviously have to make decisions for yourself, but I think with washing and seasoning, it will be just fine. And I don't know if it had a different kind of like maybe a loop handle over the top here, and now that's gone, but that's okay. I'll just use hot pads to pick it up. It's no big deal. And then I got some of these jars here on that day, but some of them I got yesterday. And all the jars at my Goodwill, unless they're otherwise marked, are 20 cents a piece. And so I pay 20 cents for all of these. I usually don't get any of the ones that are marked for a different price. Back there, I got this, it's like a make your own sign kit. You can put whatever you want on there. I do have a friend that we're going to do a baby shower for, so I may use it for that. I may save it for like a birthday for my niece, because you can literally write anything you want on there. And it was 40% off, and I think so. It ended up being $1.19. So I was more than happy to pay the price for that. I've gotten some of the other shower stuff for her at the Dollar Tree. If you don't know, they have super, super cute baby shower things at the Dollar Tree. Maybe I'll gather stuff up and do a Dollar Tree haul next. Some of that stuff is put away though, so I'd have to try and gather it up, which I'm sorry I have not been filming anything for you guys. I really need to start doing that some more. Oh, and this I did actually get on the day when stuff was not on sale either. It's like a little organizing basket. It just has like two sides. My mom crafts a lot. I may put this as part of her birthday present. Her birthday present is on the 5th of June, excuse me. So I may be doing that for her. Let's see if I can show it to you guys without like messing everything up. Let's see. So there it is. There's the price, $3.99. I didn't notice any stains on it. It has like these two little mesh things on the side. These are just two big pockets in here. But I figured it'd be good for crafting or organizing whatever, and I thought it was really cute. So I picked that up for $3.99. I may actually like stick her gifts in there and kind of make it like her gift basket. I like to make her up baskets with actual things in them, because I feel like a lot of our other family members get her like gift cards and stuff, which are still fun. I mean, I love getting gift cards because I love to shop, and I think she does too, but at the same time I think she likes getting at least one actual like physical present. So I picked that up. And then these, I did not need another pair of these, but these are an older set. I have one other one. The handles are not the like plastic split handles like on the new sets. I had two sets of those, and both of them, the handles split where they're supposed to be glued together, and broke. And so Ball actually sent me a coupon for a free pair of their really heavy duty ones. So I have those and I really like them. But the profile on them is a little wider than this, this like metal down here that's just covered with the silicone. And so if the jars are really tight in the canner, it can be a little hard to maneuver them out with that one. So I found one exactly like this at a thrift store another time, and I picked it up because it was a good price, and I really like it. The handles are really sturdy, but it has the lower profile. So if you ever see one of these with like these like wood, I think they're wood handles. I don't know if they're painted wood. I'm trying to get it to focus. Sorry. I don't know. It just doesn't want to. And this yellow silicone, these work really well. They weren't very rusty. You can see they're a little beat up, but I'll just wash them up. It's no big deal. And their utensils, if they're not marked, I believe are 69 cents. So these were 69 cents, so well worth the money. So I went ahead and picked them up. It's almost like one of those things where you can't have too many. It's like can openers. You can't have too many. It's like the saying, like, one is none, two is one, three is better, whatever the saying is. It's like, if you only have one of something that you use all the time, it's not very good. You should probably have some backups. So I didn't mind picking that up for 69 cents. And since we talked about the lifter, I might as well talk about these jars. So the jars at my Goodwill are 20 cents. There was a period of time where they tried to up the price of the quarts to $1, which is ridiculous because you can get them cheaper than $1 a piece new at Walmart with new lids and rings. So no one bought them, and they stacked up and up on the shelves, and then they eventually put them back down. My Goodwill tends to have some, not a huge amount, but some variety of jars almost every time I go in. When I was newly canning, I'd go in, I'd pretty much clear them out. Like, I'd buy what they had. Now I don't, just because I don't like, I think there were probably at least maybe 2 dozen quarts there today, plus a few random other ones, and I just don't need them, so I don't pick them all up. I was going to can some ground beef in jars though, and I don't think I think all my wide mouth quarts are in use, and I didn't really want to put the ground beef in narrow mouth quart jars. So I did go ahead and pick up some wide mouth quarts. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. There's 5 wide mouth quarts. So 3 are ball and 2 are care. That doesn't make any difference to me. I don't care if they're ball or if they're care. They're made by the same company. So is Golden Harvest. So any of those jars will do for me. I did find one Atlas jar. These are antiques. They do no longer make them. They haven't made Atlas, I don't think, since about the 60s. So I guess really not antiques, but they're vintage, and they are no longer made. Classico puts the Atlas stamp on their jars, the pasta sauce, but they're not true Atlas canning jars. This is a true Atlas canning mason jar. So when I find these, I get them, and a lot of times I don't can in them. I use them for dry storage, or I will actually drink out of these too, because they're just really neat looking. It's just clear glass. It's not a colored glass, but just cool jars that, unless you find them used, you can't get them anymore. They don't make them. Another one of my favorites are these jelly jars, and Care and Ball both made these, I believe. I think they stopped making them in the 80s. And then they've just recently started making them again. I'm sure they just found the old molds, like took the old molds for these glass out of storage. And it really disappoints me how much they charge for these in the store now. So the new ones that they're making, these used to come in a dozen. These were jelly jars. Like, they didn't have these little, whatever, the crystal diamondy patterned ones. They had these. And these were jelly jars. Up until about the 80s, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not for certain, but I think they stopped making them around the 80s. Maybe into the early 90s. I'm not exactly sure, like I said. But then they discontinued these, and I believe they switched to these ones then. So I found a box of a dozen unopened of these at a thrift store before. So I know for a fact they came in boxes of a dozen. Now that they're remaking them, they're selling them in a 4-pack. And they're selling them for $5.99. And that's like Walmart's price. Maybe a little cheaper than that at Walmart. But I know I've seen them at my Kroger store, which is Fred Meyer. And they're $5.99 for 4. Which I think is ridiculous. Because jelly jars at Walmart, I think even at Fred Meyer, are right around $10 for a dozen. Walmart's a bit cheaper. Walmart, I think they're about $8.49. So selling 4 of these for $5.99 because it's a novelty, I'm just very disappointed with. I'm very disappointed that the company chose to do that. They got an outcry that people really liked these, obviously, so they put them back into production, and then that's how they chose to sell them. Not my favorite. So my Goodwill sells these as the regular canning jars. So they sell these for 20 cents. So I got a 4-pack for 80 cents. This cost me 80 cents, not $5.99. So whenever I see these for, even if I see these for like 50 cents, I'll pick them up because they are my favorite and it's so much cheaper than the new ones that they're selling. But especially when I see them at Goodwill, they go straight into my basket. They are my favorite. I love to put like the shaker lids on them and use them as spice jars. I think they're just so pretty. And then super coveted are the 12-ounce ones, which I don't have any here because I didn't find any. But they made this same little round shape, but just elongated, so more like an oval, in 12-ounce jelly jars. So if you find those, definitely scoop those up because they do not make those. They did not choose to remake those. So you can't get them anymore unless you get those ones used. Excuse me. Another jar I always pick up because I like the shape are these squarish care jars. Every once in a while I can find them in half pints too, the square shouldered ones, and they have a regular rim. They're not wide, but they're short. They're about half the size. They're adorable. I love them, but they don't make those anymore either, so you have to find those ones used. And then I just like the shape of these squared off mason jars. Instead of having the more sloped sides, it has like a squared off sides. And I just really like them. So when I see the squared off pints, I pick those up. And then just because when I bought them, I don't know what I was thinking, but I grabbed a little jelly jar too. I don't know if it was the only one on the shelf with these jelly jars, but I don't know what numbers I had in my head, but I went ahead and picked that little jelly jar up. And then the last jar I got is this one, which I've never seen before, and I find it so interesting. I first picked it up, I was like, is this a real, like, canning jar? It says, do not fill above this line. It's like the 1-inch headspace right there. And it has this, like, vegetable and fruit print on it, and it's 1.5 pints. And then I looked at the bottom, and I'm hoping that I can get that. Oh, yeah, that'll be good. It says, Garden Walk, all-purpose mason jar by Ball, made in the USA. So all-purpose, I'm assuming that means canning and freezing. That's usually what the wide mouths are for. They're for canning and freezing. Especially with freezing, you don't want to fill above that line, so that's probably what that's for. If I was water bath canning, I would fill above that line to make like the 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch headspace, like pickles are 1/2 inch. But isn't this so cute? I don't know what I'm going to use it for. I actually may use it as a drinking jar too, because I do have some of the Ball, like wide mouth drinking jar lids, but I just thought that was so cool, and I've never seen one before like that. So if you guys have ones like this, comment below. Tell me where you got them. Maybe they got passed down from like grandma or mom. But yeah, I've never seen that before, and I love it. I'm hoping to find more in the future. I was pretty excited to find that. And then the last thing I'm going to show you guys is some jewelry that I picked up. Make a space for it. Move some of these jars out of the way. You know, sometimes while I'm moving these jars, I might as well talk about it. Sometimes people comment on whether canning is cost effective or not. And I think it's all in the way that you approach it and how you do it and what you want out of it. I like that I'm controlling everything that goes into these jars, whether I'm buying the produce or using it out of my garden. Sometimes I can go to a discount store and get discounted produce that needs to be done something with right away. Like it's ripe, it's ready to be used. And so they can't sell it to a normal grocery store because they just wouldn't sell it fast enough before it started to go bad, because grocery stores need good storage on their produce. A lot of produce has been sitting for a while before it gets to you. So down by my brother's house, there is a discount grocery store, and they do have discounted produce. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before. I got a whole box of Roma tomatoes from there. It made tons of quarts of I did whole Roma tomatoes in water because it was just the fastest, easiest way to get them canned up. I've been using them. I think I only have a couple jars left, but I believe I paid less than $15 for the box. And then when you buy jars for 20 cents and you get the Walmart lids, which I'm going to do a little Walmart haul. I always pick up the Walmart brand lids. They're made in the USA now. I'm not sure exactly what company makes them, but they're made in the USA. They work wonderful. I have absolutely no problem with them. If you've used Golden Harvest lids, I feel like they're the same. And they're always $1.28 for a dozen at my Walmart. So just over 10 cents a lid, just a teeny bit over 10 cents, about 11 cents a lid, we'll say. And then 20 cents for jars. Obviously, you have to have rings, so if you didn't have rings, you would have to purchase them. But if you've ever bought any new jars at all, you should have rings. I have more rings than I know what to do with. And I've bought a lot of used jars. So, the rings you reuse. The jars you reuse. The lids are the only thing you can't reuse, but getting them at $1.28 is really great. So canning really can be very cost effective, and you know exactly what is going into these jars. Kroger had green beans on for 99 cents a pound. I was tempted to get some more and do some canning. I just don't know if I'll have time, so I may go back and see if they still have them for that price. But canning can be very cost effective, and you can also make things that you wouldn't get in the store. I've never seen dilly beans in my grocery store, and I love them. They're my favorite pickle. I make my mom sweet pepper, like sweet mixed pickled peppers. I usually use the little mini sweet peppers and sometimes some Hungarian peppers to like give it just a teeny tiny bit of spice. And she loves them. And they sell like banana peppers and stuff in the store, but I've never seen like mixed sweet peppers pickled in the store. And if you did, they'd probably be like ridiculously expensive compared to what the price is for me to make them. So you can get some really amazing deals when canning. Last thing I bought is some jewelry. The lady was very nice and put it in these little baggies for me, which I thought was really nice. I'm trying to see if I can... Sorry, I'm like shaking you guys all over the place. So there's a little pair of earrings that I got. I'm going to take them out. Hang on one second. Okay, guys, so here are I got some necklaces. Red tags were $1.29, so these necklaces both were red tags. They ended up being $1.29. This one's I'm going to clean it up really well, with a toothbrush to make sure all the metal is really clean. It is just costume jewelry, but it's pretty, and my mom really enjoys nautical themed things, ocean themed things. Her favorite places to go are like the Oregon coast and Hawaii. So, she loves sea turtles. I'm a little bummed there wasn't like a little turtle on here. She really likes turtles and she really likes seahorses too. But, I know she does have fish earrings as well. And I thought the little anchor was cute, and it's all like kind of nautical colors. Like I told you, she loves the lighthouses, and her birthday is coming up. So I thought that was really pretty, just a little something to add to her birthday. So I'm going to clean it up really well, dry it, and put it back in one of these little baggies for her birthday. My mom and I, and probably most people in my brother probably wouldn't care. We don't mind if we get something that's secondhand. My mom would not be in any way, shape, or form offended that this came from a thrift store at all. So I'm more than happy to clean it up and give it to her. And then I got these little dangly, I'm really into dangly earrings. I don't really like small studs, and I prefer silver over gold. And these kind of had this like light blue turquoisey color in them, and I wear that a lot. Actually, I have quite a lot of clothes that have that color in it. So I went ahead and picked those up. Those were not red tag. Those were $2.99. 40% off, so they ended up being like $1.79, I believe. Not bad at all for a pair of earrings. I always just take some rubbing alcohol and clean them up before I wear them. Make sure that they're disinfected. And then I got this necklace for myself. It was red tag too. The original price was $3.99 on this one, and where's that? Was that $3.99 too? Yep, $3.99. Or no, was that $5.99? What does that say? $5.99, sorry. So that was $1.29. It was $5.99. This one was supposed to be $3.99. It ended up being $1.29. I thought it was really pretty. These are like wood beads. I thought that they were really pretty. I don't really have anything like it. And it had this little wood like rose cut out. I love it. My middle name is Rose. That's why the channel's called Annette Rose. And then my niece's middle name is also Rose. So I thought that was just so pretty. I just needed to get it. And I like longer chains of jewelry. So that is what I picked up. My camera does not want to focus on its own today. I'm really sorry about that, guys. So that's my whole haul. I think I spent about 20 something the first time, and I spent 22 yesterday. So all in all, for everything I got, pretty good. Like I said, the plates are not shown, and the little shoes, the other little shoes I got for my niece, which she will be set now for shoes for a little while. She shouldn't need anything else until winter time, maybe a pair of boots or something, but as long as her feet don't grow anymore for a little while, which size 5 is not that big. So like I said, even if they do, the shoes were so inexpensive, not a big deal. And I can still probably take them to a consignment shop and consign them. Oh, I didn't show you guys the other piece of cast iron. Oh my goodness. I have to show you real quick because I'm about to run out of space. So I have like less than a minute. But I got this cast iron Lodge cornbread pan, which has been on my Amazon wish list. So very excited about that. It's pretty raw. It needs to be cleaned up really well and seasoned really well. You can see the color difference between these two. And it was marked at $9.99, which is already a pretty good deal for this pan. And then it was 40% off, so it was $5.99. I was so excited by that. Lodge, good quality, made in the USA, was on my Amazon wish list, so super excited I got that. I can't believe I didn't show you guys that. I set it behind me and then completely it was out of my brain. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time guys, I'll see you later. Thanks, bye.